Hi, everyone. It's Wednesday, and it's Father Lamb here, and today is the 21st of May. Time is flying, and had a wonderful time in Greece. I'll be telling you about it probably as we go forward. Just one little remark was, in one way, Greece is a beautiful country, but one way it reminded me of going to the Holy Land. And after you go to the Holy Land and see these holy sites, then you come back and read the scriptures, they become very much alive. Jesus is on the Sea of Galilee, and you can picture it in your mind because you've been there. And the same thing in Greece, going to Thessalonica, Philippi, Ephesus, now reading the letters of Paul, it's kind of really beautiful to be able to say, wow, I was there. We kind of picture it. But one news I just want to share with you, I did mention, I think last weekend at Mass, is our new Holy Father, Pope Leo, went to St. Mary's Catholic School in Chicago. And if you don't know it by now, uh, the Sisters of Christian Charity taught at that school, are the sisters that we have in our school. So that's so cool that they actually taught a pope. So I'm hoping that maybe we have a pope in Good Shepherd School, Catholic school, in the making, which is kind of nice. So how cool is that for bragging rights? Huh? The Sisters of Christian Charity taught the Holy Father. So today, something that's on my mind really was from yesterday's reading, something that we hear at Mass all the time, where Jesus said to his disciples, "Peace I leave you, my peace I give to you. Not as the world gives peace, do I give peace." And that really touches me because it's just so much, chaos in our world, and just the different wars that are going on with Russia, the Ukraine, and all of that. It's awful stuff. And Jesus says peace. And of course, he's using that Hebrew word shalom. And shalom is way more than our English word peace. The worldly peace is like uh, we sign a treaty and we don't shoot each other, we don't kill each other. But shalom is much deeper. Shalom is really about wholeness inside your heart. It's about harmony. When Jesus says peace, he means peace inside your own heart. And it's good for each one of us to just ask that question of ourselves, am I at peace? And if you're not at peace, like, why not? Like Jesus says, peace is my gift to you. Peace isn't something like you work at a treaty to sign between two countries. Peace is a gift that comes from God. It comes from being in a right relationship with God. It's being in harmony in your own heart. And that's why, and all the saints and mystics teach us this, and you see this especially in the early church in the Acts of the Apostles that we've been reading now, where you have all that turmoil that's going on, and yet there's peace inside the disciples. Paul gets stoned, they leave him for dead, and then they come out rejoicing, and they're seeing how the gospel is being spread. This little new way, this way of Christianity. The Jews there then rejected it, and then the Gentiles are starting to come around and believe, and that just filled the disciples with so much joy. And so maybe today we just might take a look at that in our own lives and ask ourselves that question, am I at peace? And if you're not, and there's something going on, maybe you need to confess a sin. Go to confession. Don't make more of it than it is. Go to confession and let go of it. That it's possible with the peace that Christ wants to give us, that you and I can be at peace in our own heart when there's conflict all around us. And there's an old saying, to fight crazy, you got to get crazy. In our world, we try to fight the craziness that's there, and it makes us crazy. And that's what we do. We square off, and people start screaming and yelling at each other. There's no peace. We don't need to get into that conflict. Let that go. Go back into your own spirituality. Invite Christ into your heart. And the peace comes from, first of all, being forgiven. This is why Jesus Christ suffered and died, and he rose from the dead. And the message that brings us peace is that Jesus Christ really rose from the dead. Do you believe that? Because all of our faith hinges on that. And I think the world looks at the resurrection of Christ as like a fairy tale or maybe like a Santa Claus thing. Yeah, it's great for little kids who want to believe that, or maybe old people who are dying. I don't know. But the truth is, Jesus Christ rose from the dead, and that's the gospel. And maybe today you and I just might remind ourselves of the truths that we already know, that we are deeply loved by God, and each one of us is precious, and no one is a mistake, and we're all forgiven. How cool is that? You are precious in God's sight. You have been made in his image and likeness, says the book of Genesis. Made in his image and likeness. You are good. You are beautiful. And you're precious in his eyes. No one is a mistake. We have literally been loved from all eternity into this world. We're all imperfect, we're all weak, we're all sinners, but we're still deeply loved by God, and in God's eyes, we are beautiful. And today, let's internalize that we are forgiven. We're sinners who are walking the road of salvation. Our God has risen from the dead. He's calling each one of us to follow him. And once we allow Christ into our hearts, you and I can experience that peace that the world cannot give. Are you at peace? God bless you.